When our eyes move slightly inward toward a particular visual target, our visual world shrinks, our level of visual focus goes up, and we know that this relates to the release of acetylcholine and epinephrine at the relevant sites in the brain for plasticity. Now, what this means is that if you have a hard time focusing your mind for sake of reading or for listening, you need to practice, and you can practice, focusing your visual system. Now, this works best if you practice focusing your visual system at the precise distance from the work that you intend to do for sake of plasticity. So how would this look in the real world? Let's say I am trying to concentrate on something related to, science. I'm reading a science paper and I'm having a hard time. It's not absorbing. I might think that I'm only looking at the paper that I'm reading. I'm only looking at my screen, but actually my eyes are probably darting around a bit. Experiments have been done on this. Or I'm gathering information from too many sources in the visual environment. Now, presumably because it's me, I've already had my coffee, I'm hydrated, I'm well rested, I slept well, and I still experience these challenges in focusing. Spending just 60 to 120 seconds focusing my visual attention on a small window of my screen, meaning just on my screen with nothing on it, but bringing my eyes to that particular location increases not just my visual acuity for that location, but it brings about an increase in activity in a bunch of other brain areas that are associated with gathering information from this location. So put simply, if you want to improve your ability to focus, practice visual focus. Now, if you wear contacts or you wear corrective lenses, that's fine. You, of course, would want to use those. You don't want to take those off and use a blurry image. The finer the visual image and the more that you can hold your gaze to that visual image, the higher your levels of attention will be. Many times on Instagram and here I've been teased for not blinking very often. That's actually a practiced thing. We blink more as we get tired, which as you hear it, you'll probably just say, duh. As we get tired, the neurons in the brainstem that are responsible for alertness and that hold the eyelids open start to falter and our eyelids start to close. This is why it's hard. The words, I could barely keep my eyes open, which may be how you feel right now. But assuming that you're paying attention and you're alert, when you're very alert, your eyes are wide, your eyes are open. And as you get tired, your eyelids start to close. Blinks actually reset our perception of time and space. This was shown in a beautiful paper in Current Biology. I'll be sure to post the reference in the notes. And blinking, of course, is necessary to lubricate the eyes. People blink because their eyes might get dry. But if you can keep focus by blinking less and by focusing your eyes to a particular location, that's probably pretty creepy for you to experience as I'm doing this. But the more that you can do this, the more that you can maintain a kind of a cone or a tunnel of mental focus. And so I'm sort of revealing my practice, which is that I've worked very hard through blinking contests with my 14-year-old niece who still beats me every time, and it really bothers me, but also just through my own self-practice of learning to blink less and focus my visual attention on a smaller region of space. Now, for me, that's important because I'm mainly learning things on a computer screen. If you're going to be doing sport, it's quite a bit different, and we can discuss how you might translate that to sport. In fact, in the next episode, I'm going to talk all about how plasticity and the focus mechanisms relate to learning of movement practices and coordinated movements. It's an entire discussion unto itself, but the same principle holds. So we need alertness. You can get that through mental tricks of motivation, fear or love, whatever it is. Pharmacology, please do it healthfully. Caffeine, if that's in your practice. Certainly want to be well hydrated. That actually will increase alertness. Having a very full bladder will increase alertness, although you don't want your alertness to be so high, all you can think about is the fact that you have to go urinate.